Hello everyone and welcome to today's session of Dungeons and Dice. I'm Toby and I will be your Dungeon Master here for session episode number 17. I'm not alone, I'm joined by not these amazing people, but this amazing guy. Because as you know, Dominic has not only been gone, but so has Marcus, and it's great to have him back. And instead of me portraying Dominic throughout the entirety of the campaign so far, something happened in the previous session, we'll do a recap in a sec. But now Marcus is back, and therefore, because the other players have been elsewhere, we now have a one-player session to find out what Dominic has been doing in the time that the players has been doing other stuff. And you don't know what they've been doing, no? So
I have no idea.
It's gonna be up to me to somehow make you end in the same place at some point.
Yeah.
You just start going, nope, I'm going the other direction.
I'm just gonna roll death saves and then create a new character.
Next session when you come back and sit, hello, my name is Marcus, I'll be playing Archibald, the level 6, what?
No.
Anyway, let's do a quick round of introductions.
Yeah, let's do a big round of introductions. I'm Marcus, and I'll be playing the character Dominic Grimdale, hopefully. Who's a level 3 fighter. And I've been gone for a few sessions, but I am here now, and this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And exciting. And thinking about how much I usually talk, this is gonna be.
I'm gonna be the guy with all the hats that I can take on and take off.
Yeah. Then we'll be like.
In any case, instead of recapping what happened in the last session, because obviously you guys will have watched a few sessions that Marcus weren't in, I'm gonna do the favor of recapping the last session that Dominic was in, because that's gonna be more of a intro to what's gonna happen in today's session. And that was, for those of you guys who remember the session, where the group casually wanted to go out and just deal with some seaweed. Because there was seaweed on barges, and the bargemen hired the group to hop on out, take a little rowboat, actually 2 rowboats, go out and just clean the seaweed. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
And when the group got to the seaweed, it turned out that it wasn't as easy after all, because a big seaweed monster attacked, and the first thing that happened was that Dominic got pulled underwater, never to be seen again, or at least not for the rest of that session. Ooh. So that is where we start today's session. Let's play some D&D. We start today's session as Dominic soars through the air. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Thought that was gonna happen. That is. Wait, saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. That's 15.
15. You feel, you're literally in the middle of pulling Bassoon out of the water. taking him kind of in the elbows, lifting him up. He's not a heavy guy, so it's pretty easy for you. You pull him up, and as you pull him up, your eyes just get hot fixed on this green tentacle, essentially, of seaweed that just flies over you, and you just feel someone from behind you literally pulling you. You let go of Bassoon, and as you get flung over on your back, you just exactly manage to do it before you get submerged underneath the water. Please do me a favor and make a strength saving throw.
Wouldn't it be funny if I like rolled 2 net 20s and I'd be, I'm fine.
And then one of the guys, as they sail away with the boat,
that's 9.
9. You feel yourself getting pulled underneath the water, and again, you've been to Cremor before. You know River Alendor. Don't want to drink the water. Don't want to swim in the water.
Nope.
But as you get pulled down underneath the water and your eyes open, you just start feeling your eyes, it's not burning because it's not that bad, but there's clearly algae in the water that makes your, itchy. Itchy, and you're having a hard time focusing. It sounds weird that your eyes start watering because you're underwater, but that's the feeling. That's the feeling you get. Like it's coming. It's incredibly hard to see, and it doesn't help it that the water is already extremely. What's the word in English?
What are you thinking in Danish?
Grumset.
Grumset.
I'm gonna Google translate that.
It's
it is
dirty.
Yeah. It's very dirty and hard to see through, so that doesn't make it any easier. No. As you get pulled down underneath the water, you're still able to hold your breath. You can hold for a while, and you just feel this tentacle kind of in your back, pulling you further and further underneath.
Yeah.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Here we go. Perception. That's 8.
You, as you get pulled down, kind of imagine you lying on your back, just getting pulled down underneath the water. You kind of see to the side. You can't, again, it's incredibly hard to really see anything, but you can just sense that underneath the prams that are obviously blocking the sunlight, there's this massive just cylinder of seaweed coming from somewhere deep below you that you can't see. It's kind of forming a cylinder tower-looking thing up towards where the prams are. So this is clearly a pretty big creature. And you're continuing getting pulled underwater?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
I want to try and see if I can let go of if I can get out of the seaweed.
Yeah, I mean, right now the seaweed is kind of, imagine it being extremely sticky. Yeah. And it's kind of just gotten a kind of straight on the back of your chainmail.
So it's like
it's just pulling you like straight downwards.
So is there anything I can try to like?
You can try to get off. I mean, you still have your sword in your. You have your sword in
and
your
my axe. Hand
you
axe?
would have your hand axe. Yeah. You do not have your hand axe because as you get flung in the water, you would have lost your dropped your hand axe. But you have your sword on the side, and you have 2 hand axes, right?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. So you have 1 hand axe in the side and the sword in the other.
Okay, I'm gonna try and grab the hand axe and see if I can cut off the.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah.
With disadvantage.
Yeah. 11.
No,
wait. Sorry. Wait. Oh yeah. 11.
As you continue to get pulled on down, you can just feel. I mean, this is a strong creature that is literally just dragging you down, and considering that you've never really been in River Alendor, you don't know how deep it is, obviously, but you wouldn't. I think you're pretty surprised at how am I still getting pulled down. I mean, you're reaching, as far as you can tell, there's probably already 5-6 meters to the surface, and your ears are starting to really really be hurting right now. What you're doing is that you're trying to clean off this, and you can see as your axe kind of starts slicing through some of it, it takes 2 seconds and it just gets stuck in the seaweed. So when you try and pull, it just gets stuck, and you can just feel now already on your hand how your hand is slowly starting to get tangled.
Okay, yeah.
Are you gonna try and get your hand away from the
I
axe.
am gonna try and release the axe. Yeah.
Make a...
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be like...
Oh,
no.
you get your hand off
Yeah.
the axe. I don't need your rule for
Okay,
that.
cool.
It's a... You're not that dumb. Release. I'm stuck!
Connected to the axe. Yeah.
You release the axe and get your hand free. As you continue to get pulled down underwater. Make a Constitution save throw.
12.
You continue to get pulled on down, and you just, I mean, again, your ears are, the pressure underwater here is, I mean, I don't assume that Dominic is much of a diver.
No, not really.
So the pain in your ears
he's been swimming in the river and at home, but...
It's not that deep.
No.
But the pain in your ears is starting to reach the point of critical. And you can just tell how the light that was up above you before is slowly fading away. Again, the water is extremely dirty, so the light particles of the sun has a really hard time kind of breaking through. You can see before, as you started getting sucked down, that you can see kind of the shapes of the prams, the monster and everything, and as you get further and further down, all you can see is just this mass of seaweed on your right-hand side as you get pulled further and further down. Please make another Constitution save throw.
17.
You continue to get pulled down, but it is, I mean, somehow, despite the pain in your ears and you having a hard time even breathing holding your breath.
Whoa!
At this, but you have gills now.
Yeah,
and you
yeah. I'm Harry Potter.
But regardless, you're having an extremely hard time holding your breath because I mean, the more you struggle, the more you try and fight your way free, the more air, or the more you use your body, and the harder it becomes to hold your breath. And as you get pulled down, you just feel you hit what appears to be the bottom of the water, and you can see this arm that had pulled you down just kind of along the seabed goes in to meet again this cylinder of seaweed underwater, and you're just lying underneath the water. Again, you're wearing a chainmail, you have a big sword on your side.
I can't really, I would probably,
You're having a hard time moving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to try and do though?
I'm at the bottom.
You've just hit the bottom.
Yeah. And I'm swimming with a chainmail on.
Right now you're not swimming, you're lying on your back.
Yeah, but I'm still stuck to the seaweed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do I see like, is the like the arm of the seaweed? Is it?
It's kind of like a tentacle of seaweed that just goes into this cylinder of seaweed.
I think I'm gonna try to see if I can swim away or something.
As you make a athletics check.
With
with disadvantage.
Yeah.
You are underwater in a chainmail.
Yeah, I was thinking with advantage. Oh my god. Okay, 21.
With disadvantage?
It's 18 and 16. And I got plus
you manage to, as you're lying on your back, you kind of manage to roll over on your stomach, so you're now head first into the mud, sand kind of surface below, and that allows you to just push yourself up and just kind of set up like to release from the seabed instead of trying to swim out of nowhere. You actually have something you can push off of, and you can feel how the seaweed that was holding on to you as you kind of just try and swim as hard as you possibly can is slowly like one tick at the time starting to release you, and you are now free underwater. Make a perception check.
Okay. That's crazy. 10.
You're having a very hard time orienting yourself. Obviously you know what's up and you know what's down, but you can't really sense the top. All you can see is this bunch really of seaweed on the side, and it's as if it's kind of moving in with the current underneath the water. And at one point you just sense it. What did you roll? 7?
10.
10. You just sense it kind of swallowing. That's not the right word. You sense it just kind of closing in and being sucked down and just kind of spreading out on the bottom.
Oh.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. You're already now starting to. I mean, you're at your last breath of
yeah, because I'm not gonna get it anywhere. Okay, yeah, that's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are far below water. The ears are. I mean, you're in pain, quite literally. And as you see this seaweed kind of go down and spread out on the floor, it just, as you kind of try and swim up, it just looks like it becomes kind of the seabed.
Wow.
Again. And you try and swim up, you can't see the surface, you can't see light above, and you're just slowly starting to black out, essentially. And that is also what you end up doing.
Yeah.
You black out.
I thought it enough.
You black out.
Yeah.
Despite your very impressive effort of trying to get out.
That was some really high rolls right there.
You swim up, and again, you can't sense you kind of the last thing you notice before you black out is just the very, very hard to see kind of edges of the prams above you, else you just lose consciousness.
Yeah.
You essentially are gone for a while. Do me a favor and oh wait, no, you don't do that. I do that for you.
You're doing it now. No. Please. Are you kidding me? And that's where we end today's session.
And that was today's session. You are having all kinds of you know what? No, you're not. There's absolutely nothing going on.
No.
You are just
gone.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
Thank the Lord. Okay. That's 11. It's good that I have like strength and constitution saving throws. That's my thing.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
You feel what appears to be a stab in your side. As you... Let me just do this real quick.
Oh, birds.
As you... Where is this?
No worries.
I can't find it. No mind.
Sorry.
You feel kind of a stab or as if something is poking you in the side. As you feel heat on your back, you start hearing birds singing. And as you slowly open your eyes and kind of look at yourself lying face first in sand, you wake up in what appears to be a clearly forest side of the water. And the first thing that happens is that as you open your eyes and kind of look to the side, a small, what appears to be an elf girl, is just kind of looking at you. And as you kind of open your eyes, she jumps back and just starts running away.
Wait.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait. Sorry.
You would probably actually be puking out water.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, wait. No, that's 8.
You used a lot of your energy. I mean, normally would be an issue, but you used a lot of energy just calling out to this girl as you kind of black out and fall back on your chest again. You have no idea how much time has passed. You know that it was in the afternoon when you went out on the tram and when you were there. So, and the sun is up. Yeah. But you have no idea if it's been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours.
Whatever.
You wake up again as you feel someone lifting you up in your shoulder, and as you open your eyes, you see a what appears to be an elven couple trying to help you up on your, not on your legs, but kind of get you turned around and sit up. And as you open your eyes, sit and see, you notice that you're still wearing your chainmail. Your sword is gone. Your hand axe, obviously, on your back from before is gone as well. So you can remove those from your inventory.
Yes, sir. Fuck.
Did you have your backpack with you, or is that back at Athtel's?
Well, I
was the one leaving Athtel's on your behalf, so I will let you decide.
Oh, okay. I mean,
you only went out to do like different things and then come back later. I just don't know if Dominic would always have all his belongings with him. You do have chests at Athtel's where you can deposit things if you need to.
I mean, I think I might have had some. I would have taken some things with me.
You don't have to do that stuff now, but whatever you whatever you want to lose.
But I mean, realistically, I think like the shield. I have a shield.
Would you have had that when you were just strolling around town? I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Then so your shield is gone too.
Yeah, and probably like, I think I would have a backpack.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah, and the rope is gone. Probably. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Either way, you wake up. You open your eyes.
That's good.
And again, as you look up, you see these this elf couple. Not old. I mean, it's very limited how many elves you've seen. You know, Zephyr,
from
Basun's stepdad, but he's an half elf. So I don't even know if you've ever met
seen.
And you probably there are elves. So you've probably met elves before, but it's very few.
It's on rare occasions.
It is pretty rare in these parts of the world. And you wake up, you sit up. The sounds of birds singing is something you haven't heard. And I mean, you've heard seagulls. A lot of seagulls down in the harbor, but the sound of birds actually not just wanting to eat and shit all this. I suppose that's what all the birds do anyway, but
some of them sound better when they're doing it.
That is true. And you sit up and you just look at this couple, and they're looking at you, talking to you, but you can't. I mean, you can't hear anything they're saying. They're clearly talking. I talk to each other, talking to you. Make a Constitution saving throw. Was that a natural 1 or a natural 20?
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
You feel a pain again in your ears. Clearly, there has been some, not just temporary, but more, I mean, still temporary, but more long-term damage to your eardrums as you got sucked underwater.
Yeah.
And you just feel, I mean, as you're kind of, pushing and trying to figure out where the pain comes from, you just hear kind of a pop in one of your ears. A painful, one of those where you have when you've been flying or whatever, or in the plane. One of those really painful ones, and you just start getting the sense of hearing back on one ear. The same comes on the other, and that's when you hear the birds, because you couldn't hear the birds before. So you start hearing things now, realizing that the sound of birds, the sounds of nature, and the sounds of these two elves talking to you. The little girl is kind of pulling a shirt of her mother, looking at you, clearly indicating, like, look at this guy, but you don't understand what she's saying. And the two elven parents, or at least what you assume to be parents, looking at each other, looking at the girl and looking at you and talking to you as well, but you don't understand what they're saying. But they're clearly concerned.
What's going on? What happened?
You continue. I mean, they continue to talk to you clearly, like
I don't.
But in a language that you don't speak.
Is this the afterlife?
You are dead. And you, they kind of, the little girl starts pulling the mother's shirt. And kind of walking backwards, and they kind of gesture to you to try and help you up on your.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can.
They try and kind of on one side each. Again, these are not buff fighter elves. They're
And I'm a half orc, so
you're a pretty big fella wearing a chainmail as well, but they managed to, or do they?
Do they?
They managed to get you up on your feet. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'll be like one of those commercial blown up. 10.
You get up on your feet, and as soon as you get up, you can just feel an immense headache. As like this is the worst hangover you have ever had. And as you get up on your feet,
And I got it from water.
Damn it! I knew I couldn't trust that.
Couldn't trust that shit. Stupid water.
As you get up on your feet and you look around, you can see the shoreline that you woke up on. You can see land far over on the other side, like kind of barely breaking with the horizon. And you know, of course, River Allendor is pretty wide. Yeah. You've never been, all the way up and down River Allendor, so it could get bigger and smaller. But you don't notice what would appear like chimney smoke or settlements.
No,
so,
but there are trees.
On your side there are a ton of trees, and it appears there are hills and trees on the other side of the water as well, but you can't quite make out any, like you don't have any point that you can recognize.
No.
You can just see a lot of open water.
Where am I? What is this?
The elves both talk to you, one of them kind of gesturing to come with you, or for you to come with them, I should say. As you start walking, it doesn't.
I follow them.
Yeah, I would assume so. No, I will swim back.
I will swim back to the other side.
As you
stupid water.
As you get up on your feet, you or start walking with them, I should say. It doesn't take long when you walk through this forest. The trees are trees similar to what you've seen in Little Oak, in the forests around Little Oak, and in forests of Ammon in general. But it's as if they're, it is summer. They've blossomed more. Where where a oak tree would only have the top of the crown with leaves on this, everything seems not bigger but prettier to some extent. It's a very beautiful forest, essentially. And as you make your way with this couple, they kind of take you, there's clearly a path that they have down towards the beach, down towards the shoreline, but it's not like a dirt road per se. They just kind of walk in between the different leaves. Oh, I should also add that they're both wearing pretty casual, commoners clothing, robes, essentially. No armor, no weapons, no nothing. It doesn't take long before you kind of break through a couple of bushes, and you see that there's a small settlement. You get into the camp. Make a perception check.
14.
The small girl that kind of walked in front of the group as the little dog that don't want to wait, walks in front of you, and as you make your way forward together, one moment. And as you make your way forward together, you see this girl just kind of running into the group and pointing back towards you as if you're the big news, like, look what we found, look what we found. I'm just putting words in your mouth. You can see it as you would. Like you can make of what she's saying as you please. And everyone, the few people that were sitting around a little campfire, getting up on their feet to kind of look over and see who is this person coming in. And before you know it, there's 5, 6 all elves. Some older, some younger, getting up on their feet, kind of coming over to greet you. People with the hands on your shoulder, nodding at you and kind of welcoming you.
Hello. Does anyone speak common? Excuse me?
As you look around in the group, everyone just kind of looks at each other. There's some 2 small girls that starts laughing every time you talk. They laugh a little because clearly your tongue is not something they're familiar with. As you look around the camp, you see that there are small carts, but clearly carts to carry the people, not cargo stuff. So something would tell that they might be travelers or maybe settlers in the area that have kind of stopped here for a while.
Yeah, can someone tell me what's going on? Where am I?
As you look around to this group who are all now standing pretty much in your face, one of the elder members of the colony, I suppose we can call it, kind of backs off for a second and comes back with a water skin. And it's not before you see the water skin that you realize you're fucking thirsty. Yeah. One thing is you've been underwater, but again,
something else.
River Allendale water ain't exactly for drinking. Yeah. So it doesn't like you're given this.
Just a second.
No worries, we're not in a hurry.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Is it okay?
Yeah. He hands it to you, and as you take it, you see that it's a pretty regular water skin, but it has like around the way you would normally open it. Yeah. It has like a little band with something written in a language that you can't read.
I take a sip.
Mm-hmm. As you drink water, it's just water, but you know sometimes water can just taste really good if you're exceptionally thirsty.
Yeah.
And that's this kind of water.
Yeah.
It just tastes like, oh my god.
Like I just start taking a sip and then like, oh my god.
And you can tell that, I mean, there's we saved some for us. None of that. It's just, please by all means drink. And as you're kind of in the middle of drinking, another person comes up with what appears to be a small loaf of bread.
Thank you very much.
And
I say in my normal.
Yeah. And the couple that found you initially escort you over and like, please come and have a sit. They don't say, but they gesture for you to come and sit down.
I'm like generally confused in many ways, but I am Dominic, and I'll take a seat at the what's it? Is it a chair? Or
it's just a small stool. Nothing.
And I start eating a bit of the bread.
Nothing fancy about it whatsoever.
Yeah. Start eating some of the bread.
Can you turn? I can mix it myself. There you go. Yes. As you sit down, you sit with this group. I mean, they all, as soon as you sit down, start talking together. They talk and like looking at you while they talk, and again, you don't understand what any of them are.
I say like, are we at the? Is this the River Allendale?
As you say, River Allendale. You notice one of the people looking at you.
River. Allendale River. River.
Kind of just.
Big river. River.
Big river. And they kind of go back to their own talking again. And again, I mean, you're just sitting here in this very, very, very small settlement. I mean, there's no permanent structures at all. It's carts and stools, essentially. They're looking kind of like a gypsy camp. Yeah. They don't even have tents.
Road? Way? Big road?
Way, and he kind of points over to the carts, making a kind of just a way. And you can see he's kind of talking to the other.
Do I see like? Do they have horses or something like that? Is that
there are make a perception check.
9.
You don't. I mean, there's obviously something for the carts to be pulled by. I mean, the carts are standing with two wooden two wooden beams ahead of them. So there's something you can attach the carts to, or mount the carts with, but you don't see any animals around.
Okay, I look at them and I'm going like, Dominic, pointing at myself. I am Dominic.
Oh, and you can see the girls, like small, small girls, just start kind of grinning and laughing again. And the person who talked to you before, Esfan.
Okay. Well, that's something. Just a second.
He's looking to try and find out what he wants to say as well, so no worries. No stress. And he kind of points to his arms, kind of patting.
Strong.
Big.
Well, yeah. Kind of.
He just kind of waves at you to come with him.
Yeah.
And he gets up and he kind of.
I go with him.
Pulls you with him, and as you get further and further into this forest area, you see kind of how the forest closes behind the camp. You notice that one of the wheels on the cart has come off. He just kind of points, literally pointing at the the wheel that is lying next to the cart.
What? You need help? Yes. Yes, of course. Yes.
You were?
Okay. I go over to the
cart. And he yells back to the rest of the group, and you see two of the men come walking. Come over. And they come over, and the two men start like holding on the wheel, and they look up at you.
Okay. Yes. I go over to the cart and I try to lift
Make an athletics check.
Yes. This is gonna be fun.
Natural one. My toe!
Okay, 17.
You start lifting. I mean, this is a full. I mean, one thing is that it's a full size cart. Another thing is that it's a cart that is still not been emptied. So it's a heavy as hell cart. But you manage to get it lifted on up. And as you kind of hold it, you see these two guys kind of push the wheel in, and you release it, and they all just start, oh yeah, and patting you on the shoulder, and they just kind of bow to you in a very thankful way.
I like bow a little bit back, like kind of returning the gesture, or like it's fine.
And they once again gesture you to come with them and sit back down in the camp. There is this small campfire. There's no fire in it right now, but they've been in the middle of setting everything up as they saw you down by the water. And as you sit back down again, one of them comes over with what appears to be a bigger water skin.
Well, thanks. Thank you. I take a sip.
As you take a sip, make a constitution save roll.
No. That's
with advantage.
Okay.
Because you have a brewer's proficiency.
I have.
I forgot about that.
I do. Okay, but it's high anyway. 23.
Despite the fact that you can handle your alcohol.
Yeah.
I think you're surprised by how strong this is anyway. And it's
I expect it to be water.
It's a taste that you've clearly never. It's as if it's kind of a spice that
Tequila!
Your mouth has never registered. It's just,
Yeah,
it has some strange flavor.
Whoa!
And they just look at you.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers. That's cool. I'll take a small sip now. Just.
And you can already now feel like,
wow, interesting. Yeah.
And he kind of takes it back and just takes big sip, and sits down and just. Yeah. It's as if this like small group of elves just kind of. Sitting and looking at you.
Good. Do you know Cremor? Cremor, the big city? City? No. Where do you, motherfucker, come from? You travel to where?
You can see the girls.
I'm going like, and now you're here. Jesus.
And now there's water.
Not much water,
Okay.
at least. It's like just a drop, kind of a small drop.
As long as it's not.
I got drunk already.
Yes.
So you travel. I'm looking for my friends. Cremor, you know Cremor? Big trading. Money. No. Okay, I see what's going on. I could really use like.
And as he's kind of trying to make up what what he's gonna say, do you make a perception check?
18.
You sense him getting kind of distracted. As he's, it's as if he's listening for something. Like
what?
But then kind of shakes it off again and tries to finish his sentence. And it's as if every time he kind of wants to go back to continue talking, he gets distracted again. And
what's happening?
You notice that in the it's been a very calm day so far as a whole. But you notice, let me just do this real quick, one second. You notice that the wind in the trees kind of starts picking up a little.
Yeah.
If I could do this right. And all the elves kind of looking around, looking up into the treetops, just distracted. One of them stands up and kind of looks around. You can kind of see, you know how when you make this movement, how the ear goes kind of...
Yeah.
It's as if they're all kind of looking around to try and understand
what's going on.
The wind. As the wind, it doesn't intensify, it kind of remains the same for a while. You hear what appears to be a flock of birds coming your way. And as you look up into the sky, you just see a horde of birds, like a massive pile of birds kind of flying over the sky, top of your head in, an away direction.
Wow.
And it doesn't take long before, as you look up into the sky and you see all these birds, you kind of see the air behind the you kind of see the air behind the birds getting, not the air but the sky, becoming darker and darker. And one moment.
Birds flying low.
And as you look up, you can just see all these elves in the group are starting to look around weirdly. Some of them start picking up the stools and going back, and there's still birds flying over your head.
Okay, yeah. Do they have like tents or something put up?
No, they clearly hadn't gotten that far. They just start putting everything like back over towards the cart. They start calling each other a little more, a little more stressed.
What can I help?
There are stools around you. You probably just pick one up.
I pick one up and I look at one of them.
And they just take it out of your hand and kind of go over towards the
cart.
Towards the camp or towards the cart with the stool. The
How
small
many
children,
elves are there? Like
you would have 6 or 7 adults and the 2 children.
Okay. No.
The adults varying in age.
In age, yeah.
And they have 2 carts.
All right. I start helping them, like, and I don't ask why, because I figure like they don't understand me anyway. So
you look into the sky again, and you see again there are big tree crowns, so it's hard to see the clear sky, but you can just feel how the kind of like an Instagram filter, how the overall lighting of the sky becomes redder and redder, like as if the sun was going down, sort of thing.
What the fuck?
And before you really manage to do anything else, you start hearing more and more. It's as if the birds, like the amount of birds is intensifying as they come flying. Before it was a pretty big pack of birds, but now it's as if all the forest birds are starting to fly away. And again, these elven...
and did you say the sky is getting redder?
Yes. And the kids, or the people in the forest here, the elves, are stressing even more, trying to get everything packed together.
Can I help them pack?
You see one of them kind of run up there's not really a road, but there's clear cart path where he runs up, comes in behind, and it doesn't take more than 2 seconds before you hear the sound of like vrensk.
Yeah.
What is that in English?
Yeah, like animal sound. No.
Yeah, that's literally the sound. But what is vrensk?
Is that a thing?
Squeal?
Squeal.
A horse squeal?
A horse squeal.
Never knew that was the name.
Hey.
But you hear the horses squealing, and as he comes back with 2 horses and kind of puts one over towards one of the other elves and the cart over there, and starts mounting the horse to the cart himself, and they go, go.
Okay, go. Yeah, can I come with you? I go with.
Go.
Yes.
You start making your way towards the back of the cart. And as you're again kind of about to mount the cart and look up into the sky, this red sky has now become fully red and almost kind of blackish.
What the
And as you look into the sky, you sense what appears to be a smoke trail across the sky.
Yeah.
And you just hear a massive blast behind you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
The fuck? That's 24.
You hear this blast as you get flung, bounced into the cart. You see what looks like rocks out of the sky.
Jesus!
Landing in the forest
like
around
Sylvanas.
you. Sylvanas! Landing inside, everyone going full chaos mode.
I've never seen
You have never seen anything even remotely like this. It's as if the sky is literally on fire right now.
Yeah.
You notice how the cart in front of you, a massive rock, you can just see it in the sky coming flying straight towards the cart. And there is 3 people on it.
I try and I see the rock. I try to grab the people.
They would be 5-6 meters away from you.
Okay, I shout, get out of the car, get out of the car. Jump something, I try to gesture like.
You see how they all kind of look to the sky. One of them just goes, and before you know it, this big rock just comes down and literally explodes the cart. And make a Constitution saving throw. don't know.
1.
Natural one?
Yeah.
What happens
Make
next?
a death save again.
What happens next is that you, as this rock came flying down, literally exploding the van,
Yeah.
you just get flung back and you feel your head go straight into the cart behind you, and you just fall to your stomach and you pass out.
No. Not again.
As you wake up, that is not
You're
the
in the
song I wanted.
club.
As you
Yeah.
wake up,
What in the...
you look around, and the entire forest is literally on fire.
What the hell is happening?
You
Yeah. I don't say that. I'm just thinking.
you set up, and you again have a real hard time understanding
Yeah.
anything that's going on.
Do I see
You see what probably is a half tire, but nothing else near the car. There's just a big hole in the ground. And what was before a very big closed off forest is now a pretty open landscape, really,
Wow.
with burning trees all around you. You look around and I mean there's
Yeah.
a pretty heavy smoke.
I try to orient myself on like.
I mean the landscape has
Directions.
literally changed
Yeah.
within a second.
Do I see any living things or anyone or some? Yeah.
Make a perception check.
16.
You kind of get back up on your knees, you get up and you see the cart right behind you. It's pretty much cut in half. And as you get up and around it, you see a person lying underneath the broken half. Kind of
I run over to the person and I try and
make
try-
a constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 24.
You're on the verge of having to hold your breath
Yeah.
now because the smoke is thickening. I mean, all these trees around you burning around you, as if you're standing in between 200 campfires.
Okay.
There's a lot of smoke, and you see this guy around the cart. He's just lying below the cart, literally coughing up blood.
I'm gonna try to get him out, but to pull him
Get him
out
out.
of the cart. But he's stuck.
He is
Yeah.
stuck, yes.
Can I shove at the cart?
You can. Make
Like
a
kind of,
athletics check.
but it's on fire or.
It is.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and see if I can like shove it out of the way so he's not stuck.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah. 19.
You try and push the cart, and as you kind of, do you push or do you lift?
Well, I want to kind of lift it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want just push because
No,
that
no,
would
no.
be. Yeah. But I kind of lift it like.
As you lift the cart off of him, it kind of tumbles over. You see how all the like
debris.
fire that was there before just spreads out, and again, forest still very much
Yeah.
on fire. You, as you get him up, you kind of look down at him as you shove it over, and you can just see how the bottom half of his body is completely destroyed, essentially.
No.
And he's just lying behind the ground, looking at you while he's coughing blood. And it doesn't take more than a second. As you lift it up the cart, it kind of release the pressure. You can just see how blood starts coming from his stomach, from his thighs, out, and he passes out to what you would assume to be dead.
Yeah.
Make a constitution saving throw.
9.
Again, you're walking around, there's fire, it's warm, insanely warm around you. Everything is on fire. This smoke is starting to get incredibly thick, and you kind of try and move around, look at anything in and around the camp. You make your way over to where the other cart was before, and all you can see is just a big hole in the ground.
And I don't see any of the other elves.
There are belongings, like different broken things, wooden things everywhere, but everything is scorched.
I'm gonna try and get out of this hellfire thing.
Make a constitution save throw.
Yeah. 11.
You start making your way out and away, and you can just see as you kind of break out of the little area you were in, you can just see that as far as your eye can see, there is smoke, there is flames, there is scorched land,
Oh my lord.
and burning trees. Now you're curious to know what happened on their previous session.
Yeah. And it's
Make a
just
Constitution saving throw.
15.
You continue to kind of try and make your way forward again. This heat is not nice
But
to be in.
everywhere I looked, it was like fire.
As far as your eye can see in all directions, there is just fire and burning trees.
And do I see the river anywhere?
You can't make out the river. I mean, everything that is more
It's
than
like-
100 meters away from you is just filled up by smoke, flames,
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
Even having your eyes open at this point is, I mean, it's so warm against your skin.
I'm
against
gonna try
everything.
to run and see if I can find anywhere where it's like not I just try to run away from the smoke.
You try and kind of make your way out and away of all this, and you see what appears to be it's not a cave, but just a small kind of hole in underneath the rock.
All right, I go towards that.
You make your way over, and you can kind of see how the smoke from the trees comes in there, but goes up and away, indicating that maybe there is maybe there's a way that you can.
Sorry, what did you say again?
You can see the smoke kind of comes into the cave area, but goes out and away again.
Yes.
So
That's good.
it's you would assume that it's probably a place you can sit without getting your lungs filled.
I'm gonna run towards that place.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
You make your way over towards this little, again, not really a cave, just kind of an incline in the rock side, or in a rock, and you kind of sit down underneath here. You just see the landscape in front of you. Everything that was really pretty before is now completely scorched and on fire. And as you look out, kind of from side to side, make a perception check.
16.
You notice kind of through the flames that where you were hit by these, I mean, rocks out of the air before,
Yeah.
some of them not that big, some massive.
Yeah.
You can see how there's kind of a trail in the sky from where they fell down
Oh yeah, like
before.
yeah.
You see different trees still falling over, and you notice as you look down how it appears that they continue to be coming in, these rocks out of the sky, but further away from you.
Like
And
kind of like a meteor storm cloud.
kind of. And as you see that, you just notice a massive tree breaking off, falling down in front of you, and you are now trapped in this little area. Make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
As the tree falls down and you sit in underneath here, I mean, it's not big enough that you can just stand up full person, you're kind of crouched down.
Yeah.
You can see how this tree, as it fell down, released a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
And you're standing behind here, and the more the tree burns, the more smoke starts kind of piling up in this little area that you're in.
I gotta get out of the way. Can am I like trapped now or?
You can move
Okay,
within,
yeah.
but you literally have that much space to move around on.
Yeah.
There's probably like 4 squares for you to be on in that little cave area, but it's very quickly filling up with smoke.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can jump out of the area. Like. Just not dive into the fire, but you know, like.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah. But jump in front of the tree or. Yeah. 16.
You manage to get out,
Yeah.
jump over the fallen tree. Again, you're out. You make a big breath in, but as soon as you do that, you can just feel how half
smoke.
the air you just inhaled
I'm gonna.
became pretty much smoke.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to run in the opposite direction of the cloud thing.
As you start making your way up
Yeah.
this now bigger or clearer to see path than it was before. You can just see how, I mean, far away, the flames are slowly dying out, but there's nowhere you can see right now that hasn't been completely scorched. And as you run, you can just you can feel how your breath.
Yeah.
You know how before there were maybe 10-15 seconds between the coughs.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now it's
every
like,
single time you breathe,
yeah.
you cough. You start feeling heavy. You start having a hard time seeing things, and you pass out.
Hey, surprise! No, no.
As you,
Shit.
one moment.
I wonder what the other guys.
Maybe they're all dead. Maybe you're the one that survived. They're all rolling new characters.
Yeah. Or maybe I got like teleported or something crazy.
As you wake up.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're at Athel's and your brother is playing his.
As you wake up, you notice. Or actually, no mind. Make a Constitution saving throw.
7.
You feel a poke in your side as you wake up, kind of head in what appears, as you kind of feel with your hands, appears to be sand. And as you open your eyes, you see there's a small elven girl standing next to you, poking you. And as you wake up, she kind of goes and runs away.
The fuck? I try and sit up.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Net 20.
You get up on your feet, you sit up, you look around. The first thing you do is that you look to the sky. Sky appears to be normal. You look back at the water that you were in, and the water seems greener than the water you just got out of.
What the?
And as was it net 20?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you look around, it would appear to you that what you just came out of is River Elendor. And as you get up on your feet, you see this little girl kind of running off up behind a little hillside.
Do I feel? What do I feel like? Do I feel the smoke or anything?
You don't feel any smoke. You are.
No,
I would say
you don't want to mean like the pain from the.
Yeah. You. As you get up and look around, you instantly vomit. But water. You're feeling a pain in your eyes.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time really seeing perfectly. You're feeling just nauseous.
Yeah.
In your stomach.
As if I kind of.
As if you drank a lot of nasty water.
And I drowned. Yeah.
Essentially. And you see this little girl coming back, pulling her parents. Look! He's down here! He's down here! And the two other people come around, both elves as well. Are you okay? Talking to you in common.
You understand me?
Yes.
Hi. Yeah. Where am I? What?
You're on the river road.
The river at River Elendor.
You're looking at it. Are you okay, son?
What's happening?
And as you kind of look up and around, you can see behind them there are carts just 15-20 meters away, going towards the both east and west in both directions. And as you look towards the left, you can see in the far distance what appears to be a lot of chimney smoke. I don't know what happened to you, but you're on the river road between Cremor and Athkatla.
Cremor? What's the direction?
You can.
Oh, it's over there. Oh, well,
it's probably around a half day's walk.
Do I recognize these faces? No.
Yes, it is your brother.
No, well, I mean the elves, if it was the same faces. Are you, Are you traders? Are you
Trader! No, we're
tradesmen or
merchants coming from Cremor. I'm sorry, my name is Eslan.
Esfan?
No, Eslan.
Eslan?
Are you all right?
No. Well, I'm getting there. Are you by any chance traveling with your family?
He kind of just looks at you weirdly, and then looks at the girl next to him and the child next to him.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, more elves.
No, there's just the three of us. Is there anything we can? He kind of, as he looks back towards his cart, you can see how traffic has kind of been stopped. Some carts have started driving their carts around his, but others are going, "Move this cart!" up from the road.
Sorry.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Are you heading to Cremor?
No, as a matter of fact, we're coming from.
You're coming from.
Cremor.
No, that's fine. That's thank you, Eslan.
Correct.
I'm all right. I'm all right. Do I still have like the chainmail?
You have your chainmail on. As you look down the side, you do not have a sword nor a
nor whatever
on the
hand axes. Well, are you? Sorry. Thanks for picking me up.
You should thank her. And she just kind of looks at you. Yeah, I found you.
Thanks. Yeah, to all of you and to you. And I kind of like, I want to pat her on the head, but I don't. I'm like, kind of like, thanks. I better head back to Cremor.
And you can see the girls like, oh, you're going the other direction.
Yes, I think my friends are there. They're probably worried about me. I don't know. Do you have any water? Am I thirsty?
You are, as you kind of, you are, and you see how he kind of out of his side picks up a water skin, just kind of looks at you as he hands it over. You haven't had enough already?
Well, he's
obviously joking.
Yeah, and I have no idea. No, I know. I'm like, and I'm just drinking a bit. Oh, thank you very much.
I'm afraid we must have the cart moved.
Yes, of course.
Are you sure that you're all right to go back towards the city?
How far is it?
And if you want to walk there, you can probably do it in a half day.
All right. Well, thanks.
And as you look to the sky, you can see that it's slowly becoming afternoon, like late afternoon, evening. The sun is not going down, but it has clearly already been at its peak for the day.
Yeah. I'll be all right. Thanks, Eslan. Can I ask you a question?
By all means.
Where did you come from?
Cremor?
No, I mean, where are you from? Originally?
Well, I myself was born far east of here. Why?
No reason. I was just, I don't see many elves, that's all.
Well, no, we aren't many around these parts, but we are some. Sure, not in Cremor, but if you ever come to Athkatla, we have quite a big community in Athkatla.
Well, that's nice. I'm Dominic Grimdale, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dominic.
Well, thank you, and
as you talk, you can just see more people. Move the freaking card!
Well, thank you, and have a nice day.
Well, you too, and I'm glad that you seem to be all right.
Yeah, just a bit of drowning. That's all. That's fine.
Well, I don't want to put my nose in other people's business. So I'll let you get on with your day. I'm just glad to see that you're all right.
Yeah, thank you. I might look you up in Athkatla, and if I'm ever there.
That is where we are residing.
All right. Thanks.
Sure.
Have a nice day.
And to you as well. As you kind of make your way up from the beach, kind of get up the little, it's not a hill, but small little incline. You get back up towards the road, and you can see how the carts, as they get back on the horse, slowly start.
And it's like the big road
moving
like,
forward, and you now appear to be.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
You now appear to be out on the main road, and as you stand there, as their cart starts moving, you see all the other carts starts moving past as well, and the cart behind them kind of talking to each other and just looking at you weirdly, and as they continue riding, and you're now standing and looking at the never-ending caravan of carts that come to and from Cremor.
Well, I guess I kind of like shrug myself, and I see that my things are missing. I'm like, shit.
Shit indeed.
I better start walking, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, just before I do that, I just go over to the shore again, to the place where I woke up, and I want to look around and see if because I'm just super confused right now.
You get back down to the waterfront. Make a perception check.
14.
You, as you're standing on the shore, kind of looking out over the water, as you look further towards the east, you see various ships and boats sailing out in the middle of the water. You see ships as well. You see prams along the, not shoreline, but like 100 meters out maybe, kind of sailing back and forth. And as you look all the way over to the other side, there's probably, I don't know, 5-10, probably more like 5-6 kilometers over to the other side. And when you're in Helsingør and looking at Sweden, that's essentially the distance. That's the distance.
And do I see? Oh yeah. Do I see? Like, can I recall what I saw at the other place I was in?
Mm-hmm.
If it's this like the same kind of distance, or
the distance seems to be around the same, and you can just see forest over on the other side.
This is fucked up, man.
Or what appears to be forest anyway. No houses, and you can see mountains in the far back of that, kind of rising up, and you know that to be, I believe, the Cloud Mountains. There's
and there's like trees behind me, or
a few, not many. You are down by the water. There are some trees. It's not massive.
Okay,
there are some trees.
I start walking like backwards, kind of, and just turn around, and I guess I start walking towards Cremor again. Like, I guess I have to take like a ferry or something, or like there's a bridge.
You can just walk.
I can just walk. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you are on the same side of the water.
Oh, I'm the same. Oh, so on the other side is
a forest.
A forest. Yeah.
And mountains.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna.
You're on the southern side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of the water.
I know. I know.
I
remember the map.
Get back up to the road.
Yeah.
And you look towards the east and see Cremor. I mean, you can barely even see the city, but you can kind of sense smoke in the far distance, and you can just see carts as far as the eye goes.
Cool.
Going to and from.
I just start walking in the direction of on the road, and and I guess see carts coming by, back and forth. Now it starts raining. That's nothing new. At least it's not raining fire, so that's,
you
zombies. No.
You start walking on the side of the road back towards Cremor. I mean, you're exhausted.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like just trotting. Yeah.
You're nauseous, and as you walk, afternoon becomes evening, and evening quickly becomes night. You continue
Fuck
to
my
see...
money!
You do not have any money. You continue to see vans go past you, and after what feels like an eternity, a van as someone is riding with. It's not a big van, but pretty filled to the brink.
Yeah.
A halfling up in the cart just looked down at you. Need a ride?
Yeah, I'm heading for Cremor.
And he's kind of just driving past you. So he's asking, "Well, this is your chance."
Thanks. I jump on.
You manage to and it's not going fast by any means, but he's clearly not planning on stopping.
This is gonna be happening all day today.
It's all good. He's clearly not planning on stopping anytime soon. But you can easily, I mean, you barely even have to run. You can easily make your way up to him.
And I jump on the van.
You get up on the van.
Thanks.
And sit next to him. And he's just like...
Yeah, like in the front.
You're sitting next to each other in the front. Well, you look like you've seen a ghost.
I might have. I don't know. Thanks for picking me up.
Sure thing. Everyone's headed to Cremor around here.
Yeah, me too. I'm Dominic, by the way. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dominic. The name is Felden.
Felden. Halfling.
What brings you around here?
That's difficult to explain. Right?
Not too many people walking towards Cremor on their own.
No, I think well, I was in Cremor earlier. What day is it?
Tuesday?
Or something like whatever day. Is it the same day? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You would know.
Yeah,
I assume what
guess.
date things are.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much the common person cares for scheduling in that regard.
I think
but
when I've been when I've been to Cremor at the
you would know.
I would have like a work
you know
schedule.
that you were out and got pulled down by the seaweed monster in an afternoon.
Yeah.
And it is now evening the next day.
The next day.
So you've been underwater and in the other forest and on the shoreline here, and it's been around, what is that then, 36 hours.
How's that possible? Yeah.
That's what he tells you. You've been away for 36 hours!
No, but he says like, what's that?
He just tells you what day it is, and you know, you can do the math.
Is it this day? That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
It's just I think I've been out for a while, and I woke up by the shore.
Sounds like you've had quite the day.
Yeah, I definitely did.
If you need to get some rest, feel free to lean back, and I'll let you know when we're in Cremor.
Thanks, Felden. Are you tradesman or?
Just your average merchant.
Huh.
You from around here?
Well, I'm from a small town called Little Oak. It's kind of in the region, but it's a few days ride from here.
As you sit and you talk together, make a not saving throw, and you die. Make a.
Oh shit! No.
It's and you're dead.
No, I gotta be hungry probably. That's fine.
No. It's. I'm just trying to figure out what check I want you to make. But actually, essentially, don't make a check for anything.
No.
You hear a voice in your head, but you don't immediately recognize it as being in your head. You just hear a voice going, Mr. Dominic, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Who's asking?
Who are you talking to?
Well, isn't there a...
I think you need some rest, son.
Yeah.
And you just hear this voice again. Too. Dominic, are you all right? And you recognize the voice as being Nilram.
Oh, the mage guy. Oh.
You see the halfling going, what the hell is going on?
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. I'll get some rest, and I try to concentrate. see if I can like say Neilram. That's his name, right? Yeah, Neilram. Yeah. In my head, like I'm alive. I'm somewhere on the road, on a cart, on my way back. Was that too many words?
Yes. You can say 20 words.
I'm gonna add. I'm alive. I'm on a cart on my way back. Was that too many?
Too many what? No.
Yeah.
I'm sure your friends will be glad to hear. Zeke asked for you. He says the other guys are in trouble.
My friends seek. Yeah, not like that. But like, he asked. I'm on my way to Cremor. I'll be there soon. I try to text him back.
Meet me at Omros. Or Sontalas, sorry.
Sontalas rest. Yeah, Ombra, but yeah. I'll be there. Yeah, and I ask the halfling, but how much longer until we make it to Cremor?
Well, we should be there within a couple of hours.
Good. All right. I try to. I don't know how to, but I'm like in my mind just saying. I'm there in a few hours. All right.
You're convinced that you now know how to use message.
Yes, I am. I'm like, and it's not like this. It's like. No.
Do you need a break? Do we need to stop for a moment?
No, I'm all right. Felden.
Yes.
You don't by any chance have any bread or something to eat?
Well, I did skip a break earlier, so I suppose, and he just kind of out of his bag.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he wouldn't. He would kind of hold these for a second, just gives you the reins on the cart again.
Hey, that's fine.
Make a... No.
I'm
leans
proficient
back.
in animal handling. No.
That's why I don't want you to roll, because you already know what to. He kind of leans back, takes a piece of bread, like a smaller loaf of bread, just breaks it in two. There you go.
Thanks, I can pay you when I get
Don't you worry about it.
Thanks.
You seem like a genuine fella.
Thank you, Felden.
And he...
I just start eating the bread.
Good. Maybe you should ride the cart for a while. You can see him kind of...
Yeah, of course. No problem. I can do
I should
that.
have to add to it that he's wearing a hood.
Oh, yeah.
And you are not.
I'm just like... This braid I usually have is like... I can do that, of course.
And he just kind of puts his feet up. There's a little bit of where you can put your feet against. He just puts the feet up on it, leans back. Wake me up before we get there.
Will do.
And it doesn't take more than 2 seconds before.
That's incredible.
What
a skill!
Falls asleep very fast. And you sit, trying to stay awake. The rain is not making it any more joyous. Riding the cart, you see carts coming the other way, and the more time you spend riding, the more the city starts. The city gate kind of starts revealing itself before you, and what appears now to be past midnight at least. You make your way like 300 meters. Oh, actually no, you're just by the keep clear.
The what now?
The keep clear. You know where they remove all the trees. And he's still sleeping. You know what I talk about, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, and I wake him up. I try and like Felden. Felden.
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
He takes the car. Well, I've got to go south of here.
Yeah. I gotta go to the main gate. So
I suppose this is where you split.
right. It was good to meet you, Felden, and thanks for the ride.
Anytime.
Where do you have a merchant stand somewhere in the city, or?
I'm just here delivering things. I'm headed back right away.
Ah, yeah, truck driver.
Thanks for the nap, though.
No worries. Thanks. And I jump off the cart, and while I walk, I'm like, see you around.
I should add to it that you have ridden past quite a few, not like on the other side where you have the stables and everything, but just quite a few parking lots where people are standing with their carts.
Yeah.
Like there's no enclosures or anything, just people standing fixing their
stuff
carts and everything.
Well, see you around, Felden.
You come riding towards the city. You ride past. I mean, you can see the massive wall in the back, and closer to you, you see what appears to be a keep or small castle, in like outside the city, but on the western side of it. That has a big wall around it, and you know it to be the Cry-Trapper Castle, I think. Let me just double check.
Let me double check. No.
Yes, the Cry-Trapper Hall, which is a castle belonging to the Cry-Trapper, one of the rich families in town.
Ah, yeah.
Or at least you've heard the name,
Yeah.
Cry-Trapper Hall before.
Cry-Trapper.
Cry-Trapper. Like trapping cries. Cry-Trapper. And you walk up. I mean, it doesn't take you long before you make your way down on the southern side of the city to the Drover's Gate, and you're now standing in front of the town. As you come down here,
in front of the what now?
In front, you walk past the main gate.
Yeah, I walk past the main gate.
Past the main wall.
Run up, ring bell. No.
And you make your way all the way around down to the southern side of the town, and are now by the Drover's Gate, the southern entrance to the city.
So, I'm back again.
And you're just standing out front of the gate, looking. You see two guards posted there. They've kind of got a little bit of a shelter that they can kind of just take one step back in underneath, so they don't have to be standing out in the rain.
Good.
And you see carts and
I
people.
must be looking like hell.
You look like fucking hell. You see people in carts coming to and from.
I'm just walking into the city.
And as you look around the side, you can see over on your right side you have Aftels, not too far, just a couple of buildings down, and that you're standing on the southern kind of entrance to the city.
Yeah, I see Aftels, and I'm like, I better go to Santa's Rest first. I don't have time. Like, I feel like it's urgent. So I just look while I pass the tavern.
As you make your way back towards one moment.
No worries.
Brain damage.
I already made like 2 20s today.
You did? Yeah. As you make your way down around the southern side, inside the city walls,
and
obviously, down towards Aftels, you hear a whistle behind you.
Yeah.
And as you look kind of behind you, you don't see anyone. You hear the whistle again, and you realize that it kind of comes from above. And as you look up, it's still raining quite massively. You look up, and you see a halfling sitting up on the roof, kind of with his feet dangling over the top. Well, would you look at that?
Do I recognize him?
You recognize it as being Taze.
Taze, yeah.
So I guess we didn't have to look for you after all.
No, do you know where my friends are?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm in the middle of helping your friend get your other friends back. Would you care to help?
Yeah, what? Yes. Which friend?
You see him kind of...
Is it on top of Aftels he's sitting, or?
No, you've made your way further over towards, you're in between Aftels and Omros now. Yeah. He just kind of gets up from the roof, and it takes a couple of seconds as he just kind of comes down on the road with his hood on. Make a perception check.
That was 19.
You make your way,
Yeah.
or he makes his way down, and you see as he kind of comes out, still in the shadows, but by the street where you're standing, kind of on the side because of all the carts. You can just sense that there are two other hooded figures further down the street, kind of looking up your way.
So you see, you're still sneaking on people.
And it seems like you keep getting lost.
Yes, you can say that. Yeah.
You have no clue what's going on, do you?
No. What is going on? I'm on my way to Saunterler's Rest right now.
Well, if you want to save your friends, that's the wrong direction.
How can I trust you?
Have I ever not been trustworthy?
No, but...
Let me put it this way. Your friend, the small horned one, what's his name? Zeke,
Yeah.
came to us. Alone.
Yeah. Where is he?
And told
here?
us his friends are in trouble. Now, do you want to try and help get them back? Or not? Because we're going there right now.
Yeah, what, I do. Where's Zeke?
As you, I suppose you would just say, how should I know? Cremore's a big town. And that is where we end today's session.
Alright, what should I know? Cremore's a big town.
That is where we end today's session. So thank you all so much for tuning in. A bit of a shorter session, but a lot happening on a shorter session.
A lot happening, man.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you all next time.
See ya, man.